Your body changes in unexpected ways after the age of 60. Some of those adjustments are minor, such as a slower morning pace and a few more seconds to begin going. Others, however, have the ability to surprise you. This is the reality. Your morning routine can determine your level of comfort, confidence, and health for the remainder of the day and your lifetime. Let me ask you a personal question. Do you truly give your body the attention it needs each and every morning? The type of care that keeps your bones stable, your skin soft, your mind at ease, your confidence alive, and your bladder strong. Not simply a fast wash and a cup of coffee and you're off. Because this is what I've discovered in my more than 2 decades of working as a gynecologist. Nearly no one is doing all of the proper things.
Yet the majority of women over 60 are doing some of them, and those little bits that are missing pile up. You may feel a little less stable on your feet because of them, the cause of your dryness, exhaustion, or minor health issues that you've recently learnt to tolerate, or the reason intimacy feels different. Here's the good news, though, that need not be the case. You see, even if your body may not be the same as it was at 30 or 40, it still reacts admirably to the proper care and morning routines that cater to your needs today, rather than 20 years ago. And we're going to discuss precisely that today. I'm going to discuss with you in this video 7 morning rituals for feminine care that any woman over 60 should adopt. Behaviors that support bone health, keep your skin and intimate areas comfortable,
Help you maintain good bladder control, stop infections before they ever begin, and yes, even make intimacy something you can enjoy worry-free. These are not merely medical directives. Small, easy steps that can make your days more comfortable, your evenings more tranquil, and your mornings seem lighter are these confidence-boosting habits. And I want you to make a small commitment to yourself right now before we start talking about them. Since these habits only work if you put them into practice, make a commitment to try at least one of them tomorrow morning. I'd love to hear from you as well. I'm ready if you want to take control of your feminine health in your golden years. Please leave a comment before we begin, and while you're here, click the Senior Wisdom subscribe button. Here,
we offer heart-centered health advice that can help you stay strong, stable, and self-assured throughout your life. And pay attention. You might be surprised by what I have to tell you today, because you can be jeopardizing your comfort and independence if you neglect even one of these routines. I've witnessed it much too often. A slight vulnerability here, a minor infection there, and before you realize it, those little problems begin to take away the activities you enjoy the most. For this reason, I usually advise my patients to start taking care of themselves before a problem arises. After watching this video, I suggest you take advantage of the 29-day challenge to regain your confidence that is mentioned in the description. Long into their senior years, it's already giving ladies like you a sense of strength, balance, and confidence. Are you prepared then? Now let's discuss the first habit, because your morning this morning can seem entirely different from your morning tomorrow. Let's begin with something so basic, but so frequently disregarded: water in a glass. Now you might think, really, water? That's your big first tip? But hear me out, because this one habit can make more difference than you realize. I remember one of my patients, let's call her Linda. She was 67, full of life, always on the go. But every morning, she'd skip her water because she didn't want to make extra trips to the bathroom. In her mind, fewer sips meant fewer interruptions in her day. The problem? Within a few months, Linda started having recurring urinary tract infections. She felt tired, uncomfortable, and frustrated. She didn't connect the dots. But I did. See, after menopause, your urinary tract is more vulnerable. The tissues are thinner, the natural defenses aren't as strong, and bacteria have an easier time causing trouble. When you don't drink water, you're essentially giving those bacteria a free pass to linger and multiply. Think of it like this. Every time you drink water, you're giving your bladder and urinary tract a good rinse. You're flushing away the bacteria before they get the chance to cause an infection. Skip that rinse and, well, you're letting the trouble stick around. There's a common misconception I hear all the time. If I drink less water, I'll have fewer bladder leaks or fewer urgent trips. I understand why you'd think that. Nobody enjoys the sudden rush to the bathroom, especially if you worry about accidents. But here's the truth. Drinking less actually trains your bladder to hold less. Over time, it can make urgency and leaks worse. Plus, concentrated urine irritates the bladder, which can make you feel like you need to go even when you don't. So here's what I want you to try tomorrow morning. Before your coffee, before your tea, before you do anything else, drink a glass of water. Plain and simple. If you want to take it a step further and your doctor says it's safe for you, add a slice of lemon. Not only does it taste fresh, but the vitamin C can help support your immune system. This small habit sets the tone for your day. You'll start hydrated, your bladder will thank you, and your body will already be ahead in the fight against those unwanted infections. And trust me, when Linda started this one little change, the difference was remarkable. Within weeks, her UTI stopped coming back. Her energy improved.
And she told me I didn't realize how much better I could feel just by starting with water. Simple but powerful. And the beauty is you can do it tomorrow without spending a single penny. Now, once you've taken that first sip, there's something else that's just as important for your comfort and health. And it has nothing to do with what you drink, but how you clean. After that first glass of water, the next thing you do each morning probably involves freshening up. And here's where a lot of women unintentionally make things harder for themselves. I'll never forget a conversation I had with an old friend. She told me with a proud smile, "Oh, I always start my day with a good scrub. I use this soap with a floral smell. It makes me feel fresh and clean for hours." Now, I didn't want to burst or bubble right there, but I had to explain something that most women are never told. After menopause, your vaginal tissue becomes thinner, more delicate, and more sensitive. Your natural lubrication decreases and your body's pH, the balance that keeps healthy bacteria in charge, changes when you use strong, heavily scented soaps in that area. You strip away those helpful bacteria and disrupt the pH even more. And when that balance is gone, that's when dryness, irritation, and even infections become more likely. Here's the tricky part. Most women think that stronger scents mean you're extra clean. You get that fresh floral smell and it feels like proof that you've done a good job. But really, that scent is coming from chemicals and perfumes that your skin doesn't want anywhere near it. The truth is, your intimate area is self-cleaning. It doesn't need to be scrubbed like a kitchen counter. What it does need is gentle care that supports its natural defenses instead of stripping them away. So what's the better way? Keep it simple. Use lukewarm water, not hot, and a mild, pH-balanced, fragrance-free cleanser only on the outside. No douching, no scrubbing, no deep clean, just a gentle wash to remove sweat and any external residue. And let me be very clear here. Douching is one of the most damaging habits for vaginal health. It forces water and chemicals inside, washes away good bacteria, and makes you more prone to infections. It's one of those things that might feel refreshing in the moment, but can cause long-term problems. One of my patients, Clara, learned this the hard way. She used perfumed body wash every morning, convinced it was keeping her fresh. But she kept getting irritation and itching. When she finally switched to a gentle, unscented cleanser and warm water, the problems vanished in a week. Your morning hygiene routine should leave you feeling comfortable, not tight, itchy, or dry. When you make this small change, you're not only preventing discomfort, you're protecting one of the most delicate and important parts of your body. This next one is something most women don't think about until it becomes a problem, but it's one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself in the morning. I remember a woman who once told me she had stopped going for her morning walks. She loved the fresh air, the sunlight, the chance to see her neighbors, but she also feared the embarrassment of bladder leaks. She would plan her day around where the bathrooms were just in case. Eventually, it became easier to simply stay home.
Now, I could see how much that loss of freedom weighed on her, and I also knew the fix could be much simpler than she imagined. You see, inside your body is a group of muscles called the pelvic floor. They act like a supportive hammock for your bladder, uterus, and bowel. These muscles help control when you go to the bathroom. They support your posture, and yes, they also play a big role in intimacy. The thing is, after menopause, these muscles naturally weaken, and if you've had children, surgeries, or years of not exercising them, that weakness can show up as leaks, urgency, or even pelvic discomfort. Here's the good news. Just like any other muscle, your pelvic floor can get stronger at any age. I've seen women in their 70s and even 80s regain bladder control, improve their comfort, and feel more confident simply by making pelvic floor activation part of their daily routine. A lot of people think it's too late for me, the damage is done. That's not true. It's never too late to start. Your muscles are still capable of change. They just need a little consistent attention, and here's the best part. You can do this without anyone even knowing. No gym, no special equipment. You don't even have to get out of bed. Here's how. When you wake up, before you throw the covers back, simply take a deep breath, then gently tighten the muscles you'd use to stop yourself from urinating. Hold that squeeze for a slow count of 5, then relax completely for another 5. That's 1 repetition. Do about 10 of those. Don't hold your breath. Don't tense your thighs or stomach. Just focus on those pelvic muscles. It's discreet. It's quick. And when you do it every morning, you're building a habit that will help you walk with more confidence, laugh without worry, and move through your day without constantly scanning for the nearest bathroom. The woman I mentioned earlier, within a couple of months of doing this every morning, she told me she was back to her daily walks, and she no longer needed to plan them around the nearest restroom. That's the power of a habit that works with your body, instead of against it. After you've given your pelvic floor that quiet morning, wake up. It's time to send that same message to the rest of your body. I once met a woman who told me she woke up every day feeling tired before she even got out of bed. She believed it was just part of aging, but when I looked a little closer, I realized her muscles and her circulation simply weren't getting that gentle wake-up call they needed in the morning. You see, as we age, our blood flow naturally slows a bit overnight. Our joints can stiffen, our muscles can tighten, and our balance can feel just a little off first thing in the day. This is especially true if we've been sleeping in one position for hours. The good news is it doesn't take much to change that. You don't need a full workout or to push yourself into anything painful. In fact, the goal here is simply to wake up your body, to tell your muscles, your joints, and your circulation, it's time to start moving. When you do this, something remarkable happens. Blood begins to flow more freely to your pelvic organs, your brain, your legs, and even the tips of your fingers and toes. Your joints release that overnight stiffness and your balance improves, making you less likely to stumble when you take those first few steps of the day. Here's a simple 5-minute routine that can make a world of difference. 1. Ankle circles. Still seated on your bed, lift one foot slightly and gently rotate your ankle in slow circles, 10 times in each direction. This pumps blood through your calves and reduces swelling in the feet and ankles. 2. Seated forward bend. Sit with your feet flat on the floor, then slowly bend forward, reaching toward your toes. You don't have to touch them. The point is to stretch your lower back and hamstrings, releasing tension and inviting more blood flow to your legs. 3. Shoulder rolls. Lift your shoulders up toward your ears. Then roll them back and down in a slow, relaxed motion. Do this 8 to 10 times. Then reverse the direction. This opens the chest, eases neck stiffness, and improves posture. The beauty of this little sequence is that it doesn't require special clothes, a mat, or even standing up if you don't feel steady yet. You can do it in your pajamas, in your bedroom, before you've even made the bed. And the difference you'll feel is real. More energy, looser joints, better balance, and a greater sense of readiness to face the day, the woman I told you about. After just 2 weeks of adding these stretches to her morning, she no longer woke up with that heavy, sluggish feeling. She told me, "I feel like I've added 10 good minutes to every morning, and they make the rest of my day better." Now that your body is awake and moving,
it's time to think about how you're going to fuel it. Because the truth is, what you eat in those first hours of the morning can set the tone for your hormones, your energy, and even your mood for the rest of the day. I remember a patient of mine, a lovely woman in her late 60s, who told me she couldn't understand why she was having such unpredictable mornings. She'd wake up feeling fine, but by mid-morning she was flushed, irritable, and sometimes even dizzy. When I asked her about her breakfast, she admitted that most mornings she'd grab a quick bowl of sugary cereal with milk. It was easy, familiar, and sweet, but it was also giving her blood sugar spikes, then crashes. And because she was postmenopausal, her hormones were already more sensitive to these swings. I suggested something simple.
Ka swapped the cereal for a warm bowl of oats topped with a spoonful of ground flax seed, a handful of berries, and a sprinkle of chopped nuts. Within weeks, she told me she was experiencing fewer hot flashes, steadier energy, and this one made her laugh, better bathroom trips. The fiber from the oats and flax seed was doing wonders for her digestion. Here's why this works so well. Flax seed, soy, and other plant-based foods contain phytoestrogens, natural plant compounds that gently mimic the effects of estrogen in the body. For women after menopause, this can help ease symptoms like hot flashes, night sweats, and mood swings. Protein in the morning isn't just for athletes, it's essential for maintaining muscle mass, which naturally declines with age. Fiber-rich foods keep digestion regular, feed healthy gut bacteria, and help stabilize blood sugar, which in turn supports steadier mood and energy levels. The great thing is this doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. Here are a few simple ideas. Oats with flaxseed, walnuts, and fresh fruit. Whole grain toast with scrambled eggs and sautéed spinach. A small bowl of plain yogurt with chia seeds and sliced banana. A smoothie with soy milk, frozen berries, and a scoop of protein powder. The key is to include both a source of protein and a good amount of fiber every morning. That combination gives your body a steady release of energy, keeps your hunger balanced, and helps your hormones find their natural rhythm. Think of breakfast as your first act of self-care each day. A message to your body saying, "I respect you enough to give you what you need." And when your hormones are steadier, your digestion is calmer, and your energy is more consistent, you naturally feel more capable of doing the things you love. This next habit is one many people don't talk about openly. Yet, it can quietly affect not just your physical comfort, but your emotional well-being and your relationships. I once spoke with a woman who had been married for over 40 years. She told me she still loved her husband deeply, but she'd started avoiding intimacy. Not because she didn't want it, but because it had become uncomfortable, sometimes even painful. She assumed it was simply part of aging and that nothing could be done. But here's the truth. As estrogen levels naturally decline after menopause, the skin, including the delicate tissues of the vaginal area, tends to become thinner, less elastic, and drier. This isn't just about intimacy. Dryness can cause everyday irritation, itching, or even micro tears in the skin. When I suggested she try a daily moisturizing routine, one for her skin and one specifically for intimate comfort, she was hesitant at first, but within a few weeks, she noticed a difference. Her skin felt softer. Her comfort improved, and she told me with tears in her eyes, "I feel like I've gotten a piece of myself back." It's important to remember, this is not vanity. This is about health, confidence, and quality of life. Here's why moisturizing matters so much for your skin. As we age, our skin loses natural oils and becomes more prone to dryness, flaking, and even bruising. A gentle, fragrance-free moisturizer after your shower locks in hydration and strengthens your skin barrier. For intimate health, vaginal moisturizers, different from lubricants, you help maintain tissue health daily, not just during intimacy. They restore moisture, improve elasticity, and reduce irritation. For confidence, when you feel physically comfortable in your own body, it affects the way you move, connect, and even how you carry yourself in public. If you're considering intimate moisturizers, always choose one recommended by a gynecologist, preferably water-based, pH-balanced, and free from harsh chemicals or fragrances. And here's a simple routine. Right after your morning or evening shower, pat your skin dry gently. Don't rub. Apply a rich, non-irritating moisturizer to your arms, legs, torso, and any dry areas. For intimate care, follow your doctor's instructions on application and frequency. It's a small, private act of care, but over time it becomes a quiet source of confidence. It's the kind of habit that doesn't just improve your comfort, it reminds you that your body is still worthy of attention, respect, and tenderness. And when you start your day with that sense of self-respect, you're more likely to engage in the next habit, one that will nourish you from the inside out in a way no cream or lotion ever could. I once met a retired teacher who had a habit that seemed almost too simple to make a difference. Every morning before breakfast, before even checking her phone, she sat in her favorite chair, closed her eyes, and breathed deeply for 5 minutes. She told me, "It's the best medicine I take and it's free." It's easy to overlook how stress affects the body, but the truth is your mind and body are in constant conversation. High stress doesn't just make you feel tense, it can disrupt hormone balance,
Make bladder symptoms worse. Slow digestion, weaken immunity, and even raise inflammation levels that accelerate aging. That's why a short moment of morning mindfulness isn't a luxury. It's a form of preventative care. Think of it as giving your nervous system a gentle reset before the day begins. The benefits go beyond calmness for bladder health. Reducing stress lowers the urgency and frequency signals from the bladder. 4. Hormones. Calmer mornings help regulate cortisol, the stress hormone that can throw your body off balance. For immunity. Stress control supports immune function, which is vital for recovery and long-term health. Here's a practical way to start. Before breakfast, sit comfortably and close your eyes. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Hold your breath for a gentle count of 2. Exhale through your mouth for a count of 6. Repeat for 5 minutes, letting your thoughts drift without judgment. If you want to add another layer, think of 3 things you're grateful for while you breathe. Gratitude activates brain centers linked to optimism and resilience, 2 qualities that protect your mental health as you age. And if you're thinking, "I don't have time," remember, 5 minutes is shorter than the time it takes to scroll through your phone. But its effects last hours, sometimes the whole day. By the way, what we're talking about here, these small daily adjustments are exactly how you can prevent the silent slide into dangerous territory. Because here's the truth, small changes in the body snowball. 1 week, it's a little more stiffness when you wake up. Then you notice you're holding the railing when you use the stairs. Then comes the first close call, a slip in the bathroom or a stumble on the sidewalk. Falls, loss of independence, daily struggles with mobility, bladder control, and energy. These don't happen overnight. But when they show up, it's often too late to fully reverse them. And the scary part, most women don't notice until they're already in trouble. That's exactly why I created the 29 Days to Reclaim Your Confidence Challenge. In less than 10 minutes a day, you can strengthen weak muscles, improve balance, boost energy, and restore the confidence you thought you'd lost forever. Don't wait until a hospital visit forces you to take action. Take the first step now. Click the link in the description, join the challenge, and in under a month, you'll feel the difference every time you stand up, walk across the room, or look in the mirror and see a stronger version of yourself. I know these changes can sometimes feel like you're losing a part of yourself. Maybe you've noticed you don't move quite as easily as before, or that certain moments in your day are shadowed by discomfort you never used to think about. It's easy to feel like the best years are behind you, but let me tell you,
That is far from the truth. You can take back control. You can choose to rebuild strength, reclaim energy, and restore comfort in ways that make you feel proud of your body again. These habits we've been talking about aren't just about preventing problems. They are about honoring your body in the season you are in, appreciating its resilience, and giving it the care it needs to keep carrying you through life with confidence. Your morning can be more than just a routine. It can be the foundation for better balance, more energy, fewer health scares, and a renewed sense of self. Tomorrow morning, don't try to change everything at once. Just pick one habit from this list and start there. Let it be a small victory, because small victories add up faster than you think. And remember, you don't have to figure it out alone. The 29 Days to Reclaim Your Confidence Challenge gives you a step-by-step roadmap. It's not about perfection. It's about building momentum one small daily win at a time so that confidence and strength become part of your life again. So let's quickly recap. Morning hydration to wake up your cells, gentle hygiene to keep infections at bay, pelvic floor activation to strengthen control and confidence, light stretching to boost circulation and reduce stiffness, a balanced breakfast to fuel your hormones and muscles, moisturizing to protect your skin and intimate comfort, and mind-body centering to start your day with calm focus. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these habits are already part of your mornings, and which will you begin tomorrow? Share in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to take that first step. If this helped you, give it a thumb up and subscribe to Golden Wisdom for more practical, uplifting health tips designed to help you make these years your best years yet. But don't just close this video and go back to old routines. Every day you wait is another day your body misses the chance to rebuild strength and vitality. Weakness, stiffness, and discomfort don't happen overnight, and neither does recovery. Click the link below and join the 29 Days to Reclaim Your Confidence Challenge today. The sooner you start, the sooner you feel the difference. Thank you for watching. Stay strong, stay confident, and I'll see you in the next video.